Hello everyone, VanguardOfValor here, and welcome back to another episode of FTL. Now we have another new mod for you today, in addition to our visual mods, which you already know about and you can find for yourselves in the links below this video. However, let's get straight to talking about the new one, because it is pretty darn interesting. We're going to go to the ship it is for. We're looking at the Obsidian Cruiser. You have to have unlocked the Type B to be able to use it. Brace yourselves, this thing is quite the doozy. Here we go. Pa-pow! Here we are with the Retribution, also known as the Obsidian Cruiser. It's been created by a man by the name of Kieve, who is a pretty darn cool guy and made some pretty interesting ships. We may also be doing his in-cursor mod later on because it looks gorgeous. I'm just waiting for him to get a little bit more through it before we get started. Now, this ship has a whole pile of interesting things about it. Before we get to that, let's quickly rename it. I have to add my own VSS touch to it, the Valorous Spaceship Retribution, of course. We'll rename our crew as well, starting with, let's see, Justice. You'll be good on board this ship. Mafan, you're going to be renamed to Vengeance. That is a good name for you. And our NG crew, yes. You must have been the person who was originally on the old Type B. Because the bit of backstory behind this ship is that it is here to get vengeance for the NG Cruiser Type B, which was destroyed. Which is unsurprising, given that it gets destroyed almost every time you try and fly it. Anyway, so here we are, and let's rename this guy. Let's rename him Loss. So we have Justice, Vengeance, and Loss here. Hopefully things work out well for them. This ship has a whole pile of interesting things, so let's get talking about them. First of all, augmentations. It comes with rock plating, giving you 15% damage negation. Well, at least for the hull anyway. Systems will still take those hits. It was originally changed to advanced plating, which was a thing that was hidden in the code, but it turns out it didn't actually do anything when it was finally activated. This ship has a variety of other little interesting features, such as the two weapons it comes with. You may be wondering what those stand for. Well, SPROJ stands for Singularity Projector. This is a black hole bomb. It drops black holes directly into the enemy's ship. It takes a long time to do so, with 22-second charge time and a 4 power requirement, making it quite expensive. But it only does 1 damage to the enemy hull too, so that's got to be considered. However, on the other hand, it's also great for just murdering the crews of enemy ships. It does a huge amount of personnel damage, blasts systems, doing 4 damage every time you blast them, and has a high chance of breaching the hull as well, making it all around very nasty. To complement it, however, you also come with the Pulse Disruptor. It is a heavy energy weapon indeed that fires 3 shots with the ability to pierce a single shield. It takes 15 seconds to charge, which is not nothing, but definitely less than 22 seconds on the Singularity Projector, and also has a chance of doing breach damage in addition to the 1 damage per room it hits. So all manner of things you can do here. In addition to that, the ship starts out with level 1 cloaking, which is pretty ridiculous. It also starts out with level 2 doors for some reason, and level 4 weapons, so you can actually fire the Singularity Projector right from the very beginning. In addition to that, you start with 2 crystal crew, which is fairly unusual, and an NG, so you have a lot of fairly reasonable people on board your ship. The only issue is that things are a little bit spread out, so if people need to get down to the medbay in a hurry, it might be a bit of a trek for them. However, hopefully that won't be a problem, and we'll be able to wreak havoc with this ship. Also show you what it looks like with all the rooms hidden, because it's pretty cool. That is the full Obsidian Cruiser. It's a little bit busy, honestly. It's all the bright colors and dark colors and lines and things make it look a little bit busy to me, but it is a pretty darn cool looking ship. No one can deny that. So, I say it's about time we get this ship moving. So, we are going to be playing on normal, of course. We are going to jump into our adventure and see what the VSS Retribution can do. Here we go. And here we are. The data we carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. We'll need supplies for the journey, so we'll need to make sure we explore every sector we can before we move to the next one. And we'll need to get to that exit before the pursuing rebels can catch us. Also, let's get a move on. Vengeance over to weapons. That seems like a good place for you, and Loss over to shields, though when we lose them, we'll have someone who's well versed at getting them back. Alright, Pulse Disruptor online. We need to find somewhere good to go so we can get some initial starting scrap, because we need additional power to make this ship run at maximum efficiency. Also, our engines are terrible. We need some better stuff. Our scans reveal a mining base on a nearby planet, long since abandoned, with no life signs detected. Okay then, keep moving. Let's see if we can't find something good here. You gotta find something. We find a small NG research vessel trying to fend off a Mantas ship. We move in to engage, but after they realize we're in a giant ship made of obsidian, the Mantas ship retreats. The NG offer us a drone schematic as thanks for our timely arrival, giving us 10 scrap and a defense drone Mark 1. Awesome. That'd be great if we ever get a drone bay set up, buy another power bar so we can actually power all of our weapons simultaneously without having to take power off to use the Singularity projector. Let's keep moving and see if we can't get lucky and get some more power to buy some more engines. Oh no, a sun. This beacon's been placed too close to a supergiant Class M star. The ship will gradually overheat until we get out of there or die. A pirate who's oblivious to the danger of the sun moves in to engage us, and that's not going to go well for him. We're going to Singularity Bomb them in their weapons, and we're going to cloak out so they can't actually hit us, hopefully. Hopefully they fire up at the same time, though, which they should. There we go. Cloak. No hitting us for you. That should give us another 5 seconds of charge on the Singularity projector, which should give us plenty of time to blast them in the weapons again. Well, they're going to fire, it looks like, before we can hit them, which is a little bit unfortunate. There we go. We got them. Knocked out their weapons completely, put a hole in that room. They're sending some people all over the place to deal with the fires that just erupted, and to deal with the fact that we damaged their helm in the first place. Hit them in the shields with our pulse disruptors, which can go straight through the shields. More of our stuff, it looks like it's on fire, but we're going to get over there and try and fix the radar pronto, so we can actually see what's going on. Once that happens, we should be a little bit better off. Hit whoever's hiding in there, and they're trying to power up their FTL drive and attempt to escape. Unfortunately for them, that means we're going to have to pummel them. So we're going to have to hit them over there. We're going to run our NG back out of that area and take the oxygen out of the burning room, and things should work out just fine. Once our pulse disruptor is ready to go, we can hit them in the helm, and they're not going anywhere. Although we'll have to hope that happens quickly, because otherwise they're going to run. Jump imminent, but not anymore. Suckers, you've burned yourselves to the ground. The ship explodes, giving us a missile, a drone part, and 17 scrap. Lovely. We'll put those fires out and get out of there. There's a store over here, but we don't need that at the moment. We're going to jump to this distress beacon and hopefully find something good there. What is there here? We found the source of the distress call, a nearby human mining colony, where an unknown disease has spread virulently amongst the workers. They're trying to set up a quarantine, but to mitigate the spread, but lack any enforcement, a riot seems likely. Let's send our NG in to calm down the infected. With no fear of catching the disease, our NG crew member helps reassure and organize the infected humans. Calmed by its extensive knowledge about human physiology, the infected submit to the quarantine in the hopes that a cure can be found soon. The colony leaders offer a reward for helping to prevent an ugly incident. They also give us 2 fuel, drone part, and 10 scrap. Now, this is an interesting little statement here. Our NG crew member has no fear of catching the disease, but I'm pretty sure that if you just go down to the planet with an entire ship full of NGs and one of your crew dies, one of them will be an NG. So I don't know if that actually means anything. Like, if you just don't take that option, what happens? Anyway, let us keep a move on. Buy some more engine power. I think we need better engines. We also need a crew for the engines, but for the time being, we'll go without. We'll send Lost down to the med bay so he can actually heal himself up a little bit after suffocating for a little while in that radar room. There we go. Sensors are important, but I don't know if they're worth losing our crew over. Okay, let's keep moving here. This ship has some pretty incredibly powerful gear, but it also has the potential to get you in a lot of trouble at the start of the game. We arrive at the beacon to find ourselves dangerously close to a star. An automated interval ship, impervious to the heat, moves in to engage us. They've got some pretty hefty weaponry, too. Sheesh! Also, we really need to be quick here off the mark, otherwise they're going to hit us more than once, and that's not good. So they're going to be firing at us in a second. We're going to be cloaking out, hopefully in time to cause some trouble for them, although we can't cloak out until now. We're going to send our NG over to go fix the oxygen problem, and we're going to Singularity Bomb them in the weapons. Now, the great thing about Singularity Bombs versus these rebels, these scouts, is that once a scout has a hull breach, they can't repair it, meaning that they can't deal with that at all. Very nice for us. Very nice for us indeed. Now, we don't have to worry about their weapons in the least. We do have to worry about the fact that our ship's on fire, but that shouldn't be too bad, because we do have NG crew. Also, they're trying to set us on fire again, so we're going to hit them in the helm. Actually, after this, we should take away our Singularity projectile. Otherwise, we're going to have a really hard time doing any serious damage to them. And turn on the pulse disruptor. Awesome. NG, do more work putting out fires. That's what you're good at. I don't think I've ever had this many suns in the first sector before, though. And one more shot from the pulse disruptor should take them out no problem. We should be more or less home free. Okay, there we go. And down goes the rebels. We will have to wait till our FTL drive recharges, which is probably going to get us burned at least one more time. The ship explodes, giving us 2 missiles, a drone part, and another 11 scrap, which is great. And we are going to burn again. Where are we on fire? In an airlock room, not a problem. Also, let's jump out of here. We could go to a store, but we're not gonna. We're gonna jump over here instead. Okay, what do we find here? Scans show a remote settlement being blockaded by a pirate ship. The ship hastily messages us, telling us to stay out of it or we'll be next. However, we're going to be attacking that pirate, trying to save the colony. Here we go. You asked for it, they say, pulling away from the planet and moving in to engage. We could try to use our Singularity Bombs, but those aren't going to do a darn thing against that Zoltan shield, so we're going to be using our faster firing and much more effective at this Pulse Disruptor. Hopefully, that'll do some real damage. I'm not sure why it's called a Pulse Disruptor 1, though. As far as I know, there aren't any other Pulse Disruptors in this game. Also, I was cloaked. I guess only having 75% evade isn't really the best. Stop hitting me while I'm cloaked out! Also, it's a small bomb, which thankfully hit us in an empty room, so that's not the end of the world. Now, we will be in trouble, though, if those missiles start hitting important things like our weapon room. That could be quite bad. And their shields are offline. Time to do some real damage. And they just happened to bomb my Engie as he walked casually through the room, and they took out our shields now. Not that that matters, because they don't have anything that does shield-based damage anyway. Alright, let's Pulse Disruptor them in the weapons, please. And let's dodge that missile. Thank you. There we go, they give up, saying they're terrible at this pirating thing anyway, offering us 4 fuel, a drone part, and 9 scrap. But we need more of the scrap and less of the other stuff. So, piracy cannot be forgiven, and we're going to continue our assault. Fantabulous. Let's also turn on our Singularity projectile, and get ready to blast them in the helm with one. You're not going anywhere there, gents. Actually, let's hit them in the weapons, because we know someone's in there trying to repair that damage. Unless they run between now and then. But it looks like they have it more or less fixed, so a Singularity Bomb will do some nice damage to them, as long as they don't fix it a split second before we get our bomb off. There we go, and powie! You poor, poor humans. Also, you knocked out our oxygen again, you stinkers. You jerks. You only had enough time to fire once, and you managed to hit us in a room. Okay, fix the oxygen. Fix the oxygen. Get ready to Singularity Bomb them again. Although, since we didn't put a breach in their ship this time, there's a good chance that we'll be able to leave the room before we actually get a chance to fire. But we're going to go for it anyway. We're also going to cloak so they can't hit us. And both their crew are dead. We pick through the remains and contact the settlement, getting 3 fuel, a drone part, and 16 scrap. With the pirates gone, we signal the station, and they thank us, saying that they appreciate what we've done, but there's just be another ship to give us to profit from their isolation soon enough, so they can't give us more. However, they say that after giving us 2 fuel, a missile, 11 scrap, and an FTL jammer, so I'm not sure what else they would have wanted. Alright, let's get our crew back healed up, because everyone's taken some hits already. This is not the best start to our adventure. We've taken quite a bit of hull damage in the first, 3 or 4 actual battles. Although I guess that all has to do with the fact that we have been jumping to suns, which is never a good idea. It's a very compact little helm. I like it. I like the chairs, too. Cool. A very nice custom sprite work, if that is in fact what it is, which I believe it is. Hard to say no to that kind of stuff. Okay, we have 55 scrap, which we are going to spend on more power bars? No? Engines? Engines and power bars? Engines and power bars. Oh, I can't buy engines and power bars. No, that's unfortunate. We'll just have to leave that empty, and I have to need 5 more scrap, because when we got to another power bar level, we'll just have to leave that there for now, and power it up when we can. Here we are, another fight. We stumble across yet another forward scout at the rebel fleet. They're trying to power up their FTL in an effort to get away, and if they do, they will no doubt warn the fleet of our position, and we can't have that now, can we? Let's turn that off, get the Pulse Disruptor online, and power up our engines with that additional power. Now, we are going to be dodging this, thank you very much. I'm not very interested in getting hit by a rocket and another attack. And what are we going to do with this? Let's hit them in their engines, I suppose. Helm, helm. Make sure we don't miss. That'd be nice. Now that they're in it, so many attacks coming at us, and that's going to hit us, isn't it? Yes, it does. Hits us right in the cloak. Not that it really matters, because the cloak is recharging anyway, but it's still unfortunate. Hit them in the weapons, so they can't do that again. Thank you very much. And like so. Put a breach in the room as well. Fantastic. It looks like they have a repair drone, because they repaired that really quickly, which is going to make this really hard for us to kill them without them being able to run. Although the fact that we have a FTL jammer all of a sudden will make it a little bit easier in our favor. There we go, enemy FTL is delayed once again, and we only have to hit them one more time before that ship goes down. I would like to try and kill off the crew with our Singularity projectiles and whatnot, except for the fact that we can't see where they are yet. We can't really afford to put power into the radar at the current time. Let's just kill them. Alright, Rebel Rigger, nice try. Ship breaks apart, and we're relieved to know that we're still one step ahead of the fleet. We get 2 missiles, a drone part, and 15 scrap. Another thing to keep in mind is that since this ship is fairly slow at doing damage, especially with the Singularity projectors, it's not exactly reasonable to try and fight off someone who has the idea of running away. It's not easy for you to actually keep them there. Alright, let's power up our power bars one more time so we have enough power to run all of our systems if we need to. And let us keep jumping. Lots of space to cover and little time to do it in. What's over here? We found an advanced rebel automated ship remaining stationed near a small rebel space station. Sensors indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods. Well then, let's cloak and attempt to access the cache inside. Actually, it's stationed near it. Well, let's just fight him. This is one of those things. Cloaking gives you a lot of blue events where you can use it, but that means you actually get less scrap. It often avoids avoiding battles. So let's just fight him, because that's probably better off for us in the long run. Let's attack that automated ship. Here we go. It's got rockets and Lido missiles and basic lasers. I'm cool with that. We are going to use our Singularity projectile again, because that does such a good job at harassing these poor drones. One blast, if it puts a breach in it, is all you need to permanently prevent them from ever doing damage to you again. Dodge that, thank you. That should give us just enough time to fire. Probably not quite enough before they get to fire at least the basic laser again. Although we'll see how lucky we get as the Singularity projector fires right now. Yes, right after the Lido, and after the basic laser too. They hit us in the cloak, but that's not the end of the world. We'll get in there and repair that. Now they have a hull breach in their weapons. They will not be able to hurt us. You poor, unfortunate souls. Turn on the pulse disruptor and blast them in the helm next, thank you, so they're not going anywhere. Once you get that thing repaired, get back to your room. Not that that really matters either, because they can't shoot at us anymore. We're going to pulse disrupt them in the helm. Lots of breaching potential on this ship. And let's see what it does. That puts a breach in the helm as well, so they're not repairing that either. Last series of shots going into the engines to leave this poor, crippled auto-scout in a bad way. Okay, blast them with the pulse disruptor and make them die. I like the little animations he did on the guns as well, where they chug in after firing. We salvaged 17 scrap from the broken ship, and when we investigate the station, we find that it was either abandoned or stripped clean. It seems to have lain unused for some time. We find nothing useful. You must wonder why they had a drone there then, but whatever. Let us power up our nothing. I could power up our radar, I suppose. That'd probably be a good use of our money. Let's do that. Next up, though, we're pumping power into the shields, so we have that level 2, because otherwise we're just causing more trouble for ourselves. I'm surprised I haven't spent money on that already, but we've been busy getting other things prioritized. Wow, excellent. We find a settlement still loyal to the Federation who hail us, and they've prepared a weapon to aid our escape from the rebels. They give us 7 scrap and a hull missile. Well, we're not about to use hull missiles, thank you very much, but we might go sell them. Let's jump over to this beacon and see what we can get there. Here we find an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. We can intervene to defend. I think we will. Here we go. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage us. Yes, it does. They got a beam drone, though, so we don't get hit by that ion weapon. Otherwise, we'll be in a bad way. Power up the Singularity projectile, please. We're going to need to dodge that ion blast, whatever it is, and dodge. Awesome. Okay, we are going to get hit by it in the end, though. We only have enough time to... We're not going to have enough time to dodge it again. Also, this is going to hurt. And they hit us in the engines. Fantabulous. And in the oxygen. Fantabulous. Singularity bomb them in the weapons, please. NG, start going and fixing that stuff, because we can't have that going on right now. And... direct hit. Unfortunately, we're going to get burned by the beam drone now, because we're ioned out and there's nothing we can do about it. Awesome. Let us put these fires out, let us deal with these problems. Now the beam drone can't hurt us, and the drone can't do any damage to us either because it can't get its weapons repaired. We're going to Singularity Bomb it in the helm next, so it's not going anywhere. While our NG gradually goes around the ship trying to repair everything in sight. There we go. And we're turning on the pulse disruptors and get ready to kill this poor unfortunate robot. Okay, engines going back online. There we go. Everything is looking as it should. We're going to send you over to the medbay to get you healed up, Loss, because it's not like you really do anything at this point anyway in the fight, given that they don't actually have the ability to hurt us. Let's knock out that drone, though, because I'm getting tired of it fighting us. There we go. You are now offline. You are the only thing the ship can repair, though, so it'll probably get repaired fairly quickly. Loss, we should power up the medbay so you can actually heal in there. And you are good to go. So, gentlemen, back to your stations. Let us pulse disrupt them one more time for the kill, and down the go. Bye-bye there, auto-assault. The ship breaks apart and we salvage a fuel, a drone part, and 10 scrap. The outpost hails us after the scout's been destroyed, thanking us for the help and offering us a missile, a drone part, and 17 scrap on the house. Well, thank you there, gents. We could jump over to the store, but if we jump over to the store, we might actually be able to get back. Come to think of it, that might actually give us enough room to get out of here, because, let's see, it would be about... the distance it travels is about that far, so that'll give us one jump. 2 jumps will go to about there, and 3 jumps will go to about there. We might actually have enough room to do that. Let's jump over to the store, sell our hull missile, and see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of shield power. We find ourselves surrounded by a group of mysterious alien vessels. They hail us and apparently have some valuable technology for sale. Ooh, teleporter. Drone control. Ooh, interesting. Long-range scanners are only 30 scrap. I think they're more expensive than that. Let's sell the hull missile. We might even sell the defense drone, because I don't think we really need him at the current time, or the FTL jammer, because it's a pretty terrible augment. But it does prove useful when our weapons are really slow like this. We're probably going to hold on to it. It's actually probably one of the only ships that is really good on, because our weapons do take so long to do real damage. That gives us a good edge on those ships trying to run. I can't buy the teleporter, and I shouldn't buy it even if I sell this drone. I guess we'll sell it, because we don't have a drone control yet. We're not going to have one for some time. So we're going to go into our ship menu, upgrade to level 2 shields, and power them as quickly as possible. There we go. And we should be able to just barely jump back to the exit. Yes, we can indeed, without any real trouble. Awesome. And we made it to the exit. Fantabulous. Okay. We arrive at a long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, we can jump to the next sector. The ship is flooded with advertisements from nearby missions as soon as we arrive at the beacon, so we arbitrarily pick one to examine in detail. We picked a pretty good one. The person is offering us a 6 fuel in exchange for 2 missiles. We don't need missiles at all, but we do need fuel, so I'll take that offer, thank you kindly. Very nice. Alright, so we've got some pretty good gear going on right now. Pretty good gear indeed. Let us keep moving, and hopefully we'll be able to get out of here. We have 2 choices, a Mantas-controlled sector or a civilian sector. Now, the Mantas-controlled sector is probably best for the first start, except for the fact that the civilian-controlled sector goes onto all of these lovely red places. And we're going to have to go to at least 1 purple nebula at the end anyway, better than not go to have to 2. So we're going to go down to the civilian sector for the better long-term rewards. Pretty slow at the start, but it'll give us some nice stuff later on. We find ourselves in a new sector. We have to get to the exit beacon to jump to the next before the pursuing rebels can catch us. Yes, indeed we do. Okay, we've taken a lot of damage though, so hopefully we'll be able to recover some of that in the area up ahead. Keep doing some jumps there. Obsidian Cruiser. We find a civilian space station with heavy damage. We receive a message from them saying that they've been hit hard by the war and need more drone parts to do more repairs. They offer to buy some of ours, so we sell them 6 drone parts for 24 scrap because we sure don't need them. No problem there, gentlemen, as they thank us for the help. And what are we going to spend our money on next? I'm not sure. We may save it up and try and buy something fun, but I have a feeling it's probably going to find itself spent on something like engines. Scans reveal a large asteroid field nearby. With short-range scanners, we can try and find useful materials whilst we wait for the FTL to recharge. So let's do just that. It might be dangerous, but it's worth the risk. Alright, we happen on an abandoned mining site. A few mining drones were left behind and could be repurposed. We get a drone part and 23 scrap. Excellent. Also, I need to turn off that thing that keeps beeping. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. We happen, like I said, upon the mining site, getting ourselves some nice rewards, and let us keep going. We have 70 scrap right now, which we should spend, so we're going to. Getting ourselves level 4 engines and making ourselves much more survivable. Let us keep jumping. I should probably jump to the store first, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Something I didn't think of. We found a ship engineer who set up a small shop here. We should check how much these special weapons are worth. 60 for the pulse disruptor and 60 for the singularity projector. Those are expensive weapons, holy cow. That would make them 120 if we were actually trying to buy them. Very nice. Alright, we also have very cheap repairs here, so let's spend our remaining money on some repairs, putting us back up to 20 health, which is much more enjoyable, and let's keep moving forward, hoping for some more goodies. We stumble across a forward scout of the rebel fleet. Fantastic. However, they are powering up their FTL drive in an effort to get away, and if they can, they will outwarn the fleet of our position. They have repair drones and beam drones, also mini-beams, so they can't hurt us. And long story short, they can't actually do any damage. We're going to blast them with the pulse disruptor in the engines first, because that way it'll take them longer to repair it. Then we're going to swap to the singularity projector, I believe, and try and murder them that way. We'll see how it all goes, though, because we don't actually have a whole lot of variety in the different things we can hit. It'll slow us down, and unless we can keep knocking out the systems they need to be able to get out of here, we're going to have a hard time getting out of here. Hit them with the pulse disruptor in the helm again, please. We need to keep that system down. Also, they're going to repair them really fast because of the fact that they have so many crew that they can focus on doing repairs. We're going to hit them in the engines again, and hopefully we'll be able to take them down before they can actually get out of here. Because this is, like I said, one of those cases where the FTL jammer really does come in useful. Otherwise, we've been really hard-pressed to take these guys out. And just as they got the helm repaired, we damaged the engines again. Sorry there, gents. Last shot will kill you. I'd love to be able to kill off your crew and just get the goodies hidden inside, but that's not about to happen. Pulse Disruptor, shred those shields, thank you very much, and make them regret fighting us. There we go. Down goes the rebel rigger. The ship breaks apart, and we're relieved to know that we are one step ahead of the fleet. We get 2 fuel, a missile, and 17 scrap. Magnificent. But yeah, in some of my earlier plays with this ship, when I was just testing it out to see how the weapons worked and whatnot, I found that it's very difficult to get started sometimes. The ship's weapons are powerful, the gear is powerful, but it's not designed to be the easiest to get started because of that slow weapon fire. While we're here, we detect a rebel scout on an attack approach to a small refueling outpost. The weapons are charged, but they're not yet firing, so let's intervene and defend. Here we go. The rebel responds to our threat, saying they don't know who we are, but no one defies them. I beg to differ. Alright, they do have a dual laser and a mini beam, so they are going to be able to hurt us unless we can stop them from doing so. So we're going to power up. Oh, can't do that. Power back up the Pulse Disruptor. I paused before turning off weapons, because if you turn off weapons in game, they immediately... what do they immediately do? They immediately go back to no charge. So if you've been spending time charging them, and then you do that, you immediately have uncharged weapons, which is not that great. However, if you do it while you're paused, and you decide you want to turn that weapon back on, there's no penalty. The penalty only applies if you do it while you're actually there. So that's an easy way for you to consider moving around weapons without actually getting penalized for doing so. Let's hit them with the Singularity Projector in that weapons room. Before he has a chance to repair it, we should also kill him. And bam, down he goes. This thing murders crew really, really effectively. Now we've got another guy in there. Let's see if we can murder him with another Singularity Bomb, because he should stay in that room, because it is damaged. The odds of him running back to his shield room are possible, but not very high. There we go. And... oh, another guy's coming to help out. That's awesome. Let's hold on for the Singularity Projector then, and now we'll hit them with the Singularity Projector. Oh, we missed. Poop. Now they might actually have time to repair it. Let's turn off the Singularity Projector, turn on the Pulse Disruptor. We'll blast them with that while they're all in the same room, hopefully. There's a good chance they'll repair it before we can get in there. But we'll have to wait and see. Yes, they did, which is unfortunate, because now they're going to spread out again. Alright, well, let's hit them in the weapons room again, because we don't want them to be able to hurt us. And they should send more people in there to try and fix it again. There we go, only did 2 damage, that's acceptable. Singularity Projector back online, and we will blast them with it once again. It is a little bit slow, which is a bit of a problem, but overall it is a pretty darn cool weapon. Especially because it has custom animations. That definitely makes it stand out for me. Anyone who's put that amount of time into their mod definitely deserves some kind of recognition. Blast him once again with the Singularity Projector, hurting that guy quite badly. His friend is going to help him come in and repair the damage, which is unfortunate for us, because it means they're probably going to fix it again before we can fire it again. Oh no, he left again. He's not interested in actually helping. Okay, I'm cool with that. It gives us plenty of time to murder your friend. Alright, once we get the Singularity Projectiles launched one more time, that guy is going to die, and his friend should give us just the right amount of time to kill him too. We have 2 shots left, and we only need 2 shots to kill this guy. That should work out just great. Also, since he spends so much time repairing the hull breaches, he has a hard time actually dealing with the fact that we're bombing out their weapons. Singularities will do that to you, I suppose. Black holes are pretty powerful. But, ooh, you poor guy. You must be getting tired of getting bombed, don't you? 1 more bomb should do it. I'm kind of surprised that breaches only do 1 breach. No matter how high the odds of breaching are, you can never actually breach more than 1 thing. That must be kind of why you can't make breach lasers. Breach effect only actually hits once. Blast them again. I guess it's because if there was more than 1 breach per bomb, it'd be really, really powerful. With the crew dead, we salvage what we can, getting 2 missiles, a drone part, and 30 scrap. Lovely rewards there. And the outpost hails us, thanking us for saving them from the bastards who expected free service. They give us 4 fuel and 18 scrap. Alright, well, let's buy ourselves some more power so we can actually run those level 4 engines, and we're probably going to hold on to the rest of our energy for now, because we're going to have plenty to use it on later on, I'm sure. Also, we can't make that jump, so we're going to head over to the store, unfortunately. A bit of another wasted jump, but we'll see if there's anything good here while we're there. This space station here is a traveling merchant who shows us his wares. He has another drone control, another teleporter, and some crew. Well, I'd like some crew, but I don't want humans, because, well, humans are terrible. So, we're just going to pass them off for now. It's too bad, but there's nothing else we can really do about it. We could jump over this way, but then we're gonna not have enough space to actually get back to here, I don't think. Let's try 1 jump here, so if you have to jump back, it's not the end of the world, and we'll see what we can get. Oh, we also found a sun. Lovely. We arrive at the beacon to find ourselves dangerously close to a star. Not a manned rebel ship, impervious to the heat, moves in to engage us. It also has a pair of heavy lasers and a bomb. Lovely. Singularity Bomb them in the weapons. Thank you very much. They also have no shields, which would make anything else quite effective. However, I'm just not interested. I shouldn't have done that because they couldn't have gotten to our shields anyway, but I did it anyway. Singularity Bomb them in the weapons before the bomb goes off. Thank you very much. Hit them. Where did the bomb go? There it is. Also, it was an ion bomb, so it's a good thing we stopped it. Otherwise, we might have found ourselves in a bad way. Let's vent that oxygen out there doubly quick. And I guess I should turn off the Singularity Bomb and just start using the Phase Disruptor, because there's no reason for us to count on slower damage now that the weapons are permanently locked offline. Let's Pulse Disruptor them in the helm, and hopefully things will continue to go well for us. One thing we do really need... Oh, there goes our shields, but down goes the enemy ship as well. One thing we do really need is a 4th crew member. The ship explodes, giving us a missile, a drone part, and 17 scrap, because without a 4th crew member, we won't get that engines boost, which is quite significant. Okay, we should get out of here, really. Jump to a new beacon. Oh good, we can get over here. There's a distress beacon over there, but it's not worth going over there, because we have to jump back through triple space to get out of here. So we're going to jump back over this way, and then we'll explore that nebula. Here we are, we find an advanced triple space station. No, we find an advanced triple ship guarding a space station. That's what I was trying to say. Sensors also indicate it's a storage vessel for military goods, and that sounds lovely to me. Let's attack the automated ship to get to that storage cache. Last time we got kind of screwed over here, but maybe we'll get better luck this time. Also, this guy can't hurt us, so I'm not really that worried about him. We're just going to Phase Disruptor him in the helm, because he, like I said, can't hurt us. He's got a heavy laser and an ion blast, but that can't get through 2 layers of shields. That's why 2 layers of shields are so fantastic. Let's phase them in the helm. There we go. Now you guys can't dodge us. It'll only take 2 more salvos for you to go down completely, and we're going to hit you in the weapons, so you can't even shoot us anymore, because we're just that nice. Just that nice. Awesome. I wonder why your NG gets off the station when it's ioned, even though it still has a shield bar or 2 left. There's a strange little thing there about that. You'd think he'd still be trying to power the remaining systems, even if the ones that were top layer were damaged. However, when a Phase Disruptor the engines and kill that Auto Scout. Bye-bye, Auto Scout. We salvage 20 scrap from the broken ship, and when we investigate the station, we find that it's a storage site for various resources. We get 4 fuel, 4 missiles, and 10 scrap. Awesome. We have 88 scrap total, which we should probably spend on a bit of power if we're jumping into a nebula, but I hate wasting it, so I'm just not going to. If it winds up causing us all manner of grief, then so be it. I can't say that for real though. I gotta spend some of it. We'll buy 2 power bars worth, and that'll give us lots for the future, because if we wind up jumping into an ion storm, then we do not want to be stuck for power in this ship. This drone isn't looking for us. Perhaps it's scouting ahead for the rebel expansion, or maybe they're seeking to use this nebula for cover. Regardless, it identifies us as hostile. And it has a cloak too, that's unfortunate. We're just going to Phase Disruptor it though, because the Singularity Projector is a bit too slow for this. We just want to try and blast him while we can see him. And we'll dodge that, thank you very much. We're not the best dodgers yet, but we are pretty good now that we have up to level 4. It would be lovely though if we could actually have our crew in there, because I think that would jump us up 10% to start with. And having the ability to dodge at 35% is much better than only 25. It's dodging a third of your shots instead of only a quarter. Okay, we're just about ready to run away if we feel like it, but I see no need now that the enemy's weapons are offline. We're going to blast them in the helm with our Pulse Disruptor, which is a lovely fast-firing weapon. It's like the rock lasers, except better. And we will Pulse Disrupt them in the cloaking device now, so they can't dodge us again. Although they're probably going to dodge us just before we actually manage to fire again, so we can't do anything about that. Yes, they do! See what I tell you? It's like a fraction of a second from being fully charged, and they go invisible. Fire at them now, please, and down goes the Auto Scout. Nice try. Oh, wow. The ship explodes, leaving behind a substantial collection of useful scrap, including 3 fuel, a drone part, 21 scrap, and a scrap recovery arm, which means you get extra free money. That sounds good to me. So, I'm going to be keeping that quite happily. That's a very nice augment. We're probably going to want to sell our FTL jammer soon, though, because of the fact that we now have 3 augments, and if we find one, we're going to have to get rid of it. Although I may as well hold on to it until I find another one, because it's not like the FTL jammer's worth a whole lot. What are we going to power up next? Engines up to level 5, I suppose. Power that up, put some power into it, and let us jump into a different part of the nebula, because we have plenty of time here, given that the enemies get quite a bit slowed by the fact that we're here. We arrive in the nebula and immediately receive a message from an unknown source saying, "Prepare to be boarded!" With the static from the nebula, there's no way to tell where they came from, but we hear shots fired on board the ship. Where are they? They're in that... Oh, you're in an airlock room, you idiots! Alright, get these guys in the doors near the airlock room. Oh, you're not in the airlock room. Why are you trying to get into the airlock room? That's really weird. What if I just let you in there? Will you stay in there? Because that'd be hilarious if you would. Are you... If I open this door... You did go in there! That's hilarious! Okay, you're getting locked in there now. Vengeance, use your lockdown power, please. They're not getting out of there. You guys are morons! You're idiots! That's hilarious! I love it. Are they gonna die in there before they get a chance to get through? Yes, they are. Also, Justice, lock down the doors, please. Okay, close the outside door, please. Thank you very much. I like how the air got through, but the people couldn't. They might have died just before they got a chance, though. I'm not really sure. That's hilarious, though. That's actually hilarious. They intentionally ran into that room so that we could lock them in and then murder them. That's too perfect. Okay, repair that damage. We didn't get any combat experience out of it, which is too bad, but it's still pretty funny. Pretty darn funny. If they had just turned around and fought us, that would have been a lot harder to do. Okay, we can jump ahead safely. We have one more jump before we have to get to the exit, and since it's an exit in a nebula, there's not going to be anything there anyway, so we might as well take a look around. A pirate ship arrives shortly after us, and judging from the fact that it's attempting to avoid us, we assume that it's a smuggler trying to avoid beacons. Well, let's get in there and attack that pirate. We power up weapons and move in to engage. Alright, they've got a defense drone, basic laser, and dual laser, which does give them some significant firepower. However, we have the ability to really mess up their day. We're going to pulse disrupt them in the weapon, so they can't hit us. They can't hit us anyway, because they're not very good at hitting people. They only have... Yeah, I guess that's fair, actually. 1 out of 3 shots missed. We had 30% evade. That makes sense to me. We're going to blast them with our pulse disruptors until they are dead, however. We're not going to work on killing the crew, because we can't see them. Not being able to know what's going on does make things a little bit more difficult. Now, they also have repair drones, which also slows things down. They hail us, saying that their ship is no match for ours. Well, no kidding. Look how big ours is. It's got big weapons and everything. If you let us go, they can make it worth our while, they say. However, we don't agree with them, because they only offer us 3 missiles on a drone pod, as well as 13 scrap, which we can get much more if we kill them. We ignore their pleas and continue the assault. We're actually going to hit them in the helm next, so they can't go anywhere, and then our final salvo should take them out completely. We also have the cloak needed, ready to go if it is needed, which it might be if we're going to continue this strategy of attacking the helm. There we go, put a hole in it too, which is lovely, and here come their shots. However, they have missed us, so they're not actually going to do any damage regardless of what happens. We're going to pulse disrupt them one more time in the weapons, and they are going down. Nice try there, suckers. You rebel pirates are... Did I just hit the drone? I did just hit the drone. Magnificent. That's a great way to waste shots if I've ever heard of one. Shooting the enemy's drones for no reason. Let's hit them, please. Pulse disruptor. I shot them in the helm last time for a reason, so you wouldn't miss this time, and you missed anyway. We got them now, though, and they are dead. The debris implies that the ship was carrying drone schematics, but unfortunately nothing remains. We do find functioning drone parts, however, and by that you mean single drone part. 1 drone part and 25 scrap. It's too bad we couldn't take them out manually, but we don't really have any boarding party yet, so we're going to have to make do with what we've got. We've got 41 scrap, which we're going to hold on to for the time being, and we're going to jump to our exit, where we are going to be finishing this episode, most likely. So, we've made it here. We find the long-range beacon almost hidden within the nebula, and of course, there's nothing else. So we're going to jump to the next sector, which we have options of rock-controlled or rebel-controlled. Well, rock-controlled has a lot more rockets. Rebel-controlled has a lot more drones. I'm not sure which is better, honestly, but I think we're going to go to the rock sector just for lols. We've got some crystal crew, maybe we'll find some blue crystal events there. As far as I know, there aren't really any blue crystal events apart from the one in the rock homeworlds, but we're going to keep moving. Actually, that would be really interesting if we could find the rock homeworlds in this ship, because we already have a crystal crew. Kind of be cheating, but whatever. Let's jump to the rock-controlled sector and see what we can find. Here we are, nice green planet on a red background. The rock people are a powerful and proud race. It's not unheard of to have a peaceful journey through their lands, but we shouldn't count on it. Well, I'm fine with that. We're doing quite well here so far, apart from the fact that we only have 3 crew still. But we're going to have to end this episode here for now. This has been VanguardOfValor playing FTL on board the VSS Retribution, a ship who has been crafted specially for FTL. Easy to install mod by Kieve. If you like it, it's in the link down below. And if you like the video, you can like that down below too. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.